Hey everyone, this is LeWayne with UrTechNow. Today I'm here with Kevin from Sanders Pressure Washing and the real Zach from Eurostone Plumbing. And we have a tag along, Amanda from AHA. Today we're going to talk about things that we want people to know about our businesses that we can't talk about or we don't have time to talk about when we do our little 60-second elevator pitch, because we all network. And when you network, you got to talk about whatever in 30 to 60 seconds. And every once in a while, you just need to come in, let your hair down, and keep it real. So we're going to start with the real Zach from Eurostone.
Yeah, just throw me under the bus. Yeah. So what am I saying here?
What do you want people to know about Eurostone Plumbing that you don't have time to talk about on the regular?
I will say it one more time, officially here. Eurostone Plumbing was formerly known as Rosson Plumbing and Integrity Air Solutions. We don't get to go through this whole thing, but basically the Eurostone Plumbing came about because Zach Raines, who owned Integrity Air Solution, and myself, who was the owner of Rosson Plumbing, Zach joined up with me as of January of this year. We were going to be rebranding the whole Rosson Plumbing thing to include the HVAC side of it. So essentially what we did is we were going to rebrand, and we had a new name that we wanted to do, but we wanted to kind of grow it to a scale to where me and him could focus on doing the parts that we're really good at, which is the networking and still growing the business, so that we can find guys to help employ and provide the services and the quality of service that me and him already do. So what we ended up doing is I ended up talking with Ben over at Eurostone, who I've gotten to know really well over this time of owning Rosson Plumbing. And Ben was super excited about doing it, and he's wanted to have a plumbing company in the past. And when we came to him about maybe some private investment things, how he wanted to do, he was just like, hey, why don't you do this, and I'll just handle your marketing and advertising and get it rocking and rolling. And thus the Eurostone Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling came about. So either way, one way or the other, Rosson was getting changed around. So I was like, let's do it. That way we can focus on the stuff that we're really good at, because I can halfway market, I can halfway do some of that other stuff, which is why I have some great people like this one beside me. But it was a great thing. But I know that's been a topic I've heard a lot. People have asked a lot about, like, but it was Rosson. Well, growth happens, and sometimes with growth, some things has to go away.
Yeah. Was it scary?
Very much so. My truck just got rewrapped while I was out of the country.
I know.
And
I was supposed to call you and tell you that it was purple instead of green.
Instead of the colors it was supposed to be. But no, it's sad seeing it go. But I mean, it's like, for anyone who's got kids, I mean, you watch them go from little infant into the toddler stages. Like, it's just part of life. But yeah.
Well, all right.
So that's my first initial thing.
You got anything else?
I don't know what you want me to say. I'm here for the ride,
Look,
brother.
You got a few minutes. Spill the beans.
Okay.
Don't keep it clean though.
Yeah. I'm Rosson, not Raines. But yeah, no, we are. Man, honestly, I don't know. I mean, that's the biggest thing that we've heard a lot about. We're still doing the residential and the commercial side of the aspect, so we're taking on all plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, including some hydronic systems and stuff like that that's going on out there. So we're happy to do anything.
So I got two things to say about him. Two. So he has fixed my plumbing, and Raines has fixed my AC. But every time they come over there, they find something else wrong. You can look at it and tell that it needed to be fixed, but he wasn't supposed to tell me that it needed to be fixed. So, shameless plug, he's good at what he does. He'll let you know what you need to know, but you don't want to hear it. So right after they fix whatever it is they're fixing, tell them to leave. I'm just saying.
Find the small problem before it becomes a big problem.
All right, Kevin with Sanders Pressure Washing. What about you?
What can I do for you?
What are some
How
of the
did
things?
Kevin help you today?
I don't think unless he's a shrink, he can help me. But what
brother
is
subject.
it that you don't get to spill the beans on in your elevator speeches? And you can even actually go into your motivational speeches too.
Follow him on TikTok if you don't already.
Oh my Lord.
A lot of people don't know I've been around for 8 years. I've been around for 8 years now. The market that I work in when it comes to pressure washing and window cleaning is nothing wrong with the market. It's just saturated right now within the Middle Tennessee area. So where we first started, you had customers that call you, asking you for a price, and okay, when can you do it? Now they're like, oh, we're going to get 5 estimates. And I understand that because, when you're dealing with someone's home or you're dealing with someone's business, that's an investment. That's what they're working hard for their investment. But I think they're asking the wrong price. When it comes to a customer, my personal opinion, they're asking the wrong questions. They're looking for 5 estimates, but within that 5 estimates, what are you looking for? Are you looking for the best price? Or are you asking, hey, are you insured? Are you licensed? Or, what's your portfolio? Hey, how long you been, I think when it comes to customers these days, everyone's looking to get a 5-star service for a 3-star price, and you're not going to get it. And if you get it, something's going to be within that problem. Is going to be a problem. So if you're a customer and listening to this video, you're looking for the best price, but yet you want the best quality of work, and that's not going to go hand in hand. Everything since COVID has skyrocketed. Insurance, overhead, payroll, everything has skyrocketed. So if a true company that has value, you're not going to get a 3-star price for a 5-star service. So I think a lot of people needs to understand that when you're asking to call on a customer or you're calling a representing business, quit looking for the best deal and start looking for the quality within that company. What's the reviews are saying? Are they insured? Are they licensed? How long they've been doing it for? What kind of education they have behind it that they received for that type of quality work? Because you can go down here to Lowe's any day and get a pressure washer and get solution off the thing, but it's not going to guarantee the job, and you may actually mess up something on the overhaul within that job. And I see it all the time, just like I'm sure with plumbing and everything else. So when it comes to us as a oversaturated industry, what I say is I am different, and I'm trying to prove how I'm different. I'm trying to think outside the box.
So I got a question about what you just said. So in my industry, you mentioned, if something goes wrong, how are these people going to help make it right? So in our industry, a lot of times that's going to look at warranty. If we have something go wrong, we're not cheap by any means, but people are going to come to us because they know, number one, we're going to give them a 2-year labor warranty on stuff. We're going to be there to take care of it. If there's something that we did that's wrong, they have no question about whether we're going to come back. They might find the cheaper company that has that, tail light warranty, meaning as soon as you can't see their tail lights no more, they ain't going to come back and fix a problem. What's that like in your world?
Oh, it's big time. So I think the last 4 calls I've had over the last 2 months, let me rephrase that. I've had 4 calls in the last 2 months that has had customers calling me because their previous contractor totally messed up what they were supposed to do. Matter of fact, I got a call yesterday, and I guess it was on Facebook, where someone's looking for a metal roof washing. Metal roof washing, I mean, the average Joe should not even touch that because there's so many types of metals. There's so many ways to do it. You can clean it this way. You can clean it that way. And I already went and looked at it today. And for me, from my background, to me, it's no big deal to clean it.
So what is your background?
Just I've been to so many conventions and so many training sessions from different competitors and different companies across the U.S. to learn how to do this and do it right. So if I do mess up, I've got my insurance to back me up to fix the problem. But my goal is not to mess up. But there's a lot of contractors out there that don't know what they're doing and has royally messed up somebody's roof.
This dude's algorithm is just full of different pressure washing tricks and tips and techniques.
He walks in, and he's like the Matrix. He walks in and he just downloads.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So, I feel like some of the people that are here in the middle of Tennessee that are calling us are not from here. You get a different area code every other day. So they're coming from probably a place that's not as saturated as ours, not as busy as ours when it comes to Middle Tennessee. So yeah, it could be overwhelming when you call up a plumber, or call up a tech guy, or call up a pressure washing guy, and all of a sudden you Google it and like thousands will show up or 50 show up. It can be overwhelming. But take your time. Take your time hiring the right person.
I believe what we're all running into is something similar to what I'm running into. A lot of people, they're prioritizing, like you said, the wrong thing. For instance, when it comes to our toys, most people are going to spend whatever they want to. Like, I'll go and buy a really expensive computer because that's what I do. I'll go buy a $700 PlayStation because that's what I do. But then you come and say, hey, you need that light fixture. I'm going to go find the cutest, cheap light fixture to put up there. And I think that's what people do when it comes to pressure washing and sometimes plumbing. I know for a fact that sometimes they do it for tech. I've talked to people and then they'll say, hey, what is it that you do? And I give them the list of things that I do. It's like, how much would it cost for all of that? I'll tell them $150. Oh, can you go cheaper than that? What are you talking about cheaper or whatever? And I feel like that's what a lot of us are running into, because one person told me sometimes they don't value what it is that we do. Sometimes it is that they don't know what it is that we do. But either way it goes, I feel like we now have a platform where we can come out and we can explain what it is that we do, why you should value what we do. You can even ask questions about what it is that we do. Because I'm sure if you see any of us around, you can ask us and we'll answer it honestly. It's just tough.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I've had in mind. So obviously, with all of us, we all follow the same rule of three, right? You can have something good, you can have something done fast, or you can have something done cheap. Rule of three is you can only have two of those at once. If you want something fast and good, it ain't going to be cheap. Mm-hmm. If you want something good, or if you want something cheap and fast, it is not going to be good in any way. And that's happened with all of our businesses. No matter how you look at it, no matter what services you're providing. Honestly, for us, we get a lot of people because our value from my side is people tend to sometimes think they can do plumbing. And a lot of times people can. Changing a faucet, hit up a YouTube video. If you got any mechanical inclination to you, do it. Whatever you can do to save money. The world's tough and it's tight out there right now. And I get it. Say what you can, but at the same time, remember the value that you're getting in from hiring, whether it's Kevin to do your pressure washing, me to do your plumbing, or going over here to LeWayne to take care of some some technical issues. Don't call LeWayne for financial issues. I suggest you speak to a financial advisor or something like that for that. That's my best advice. But no, maybe you're calling him. Maybe you have a business partner that is very terrible when it comes to technology and doesn't know how to buy a computer, or realizes that he's been operating his computer in grandpa mode, as we call it. And
I know who that's about.
I don't know who I could be speaking of here, but call the people who know what they're doing. There's even YouTube videos showing people how to change their water heater out there. I had a client call me. He literally spent all of Saturday trying to do his water heater one Saturday. We went out there and was done in 3 hours. From the time of arriving, taking out the old one, putting in the new one, going to get the new one, putting in the new one, all that stuff. He was like, why is this costing so much? I was like, because had you called us first, you wouldn't have wasted an entire day that you could have been spending with your family. You could have been spending taking care of the yard, could have been spending doing whatever else you have in life. There's value in it in your time, and that's something a lot of people miss out when they're trying to think of when they're hiring a service provider for work. What's that doing on my time?
Well, to piggyback off of that, one person once told me, you're not necessarily paying for what I do. You're paying for the knowledge that I bring with me.
In the years
in the years experience.
Or
Because
the tools.
most of us have been doing this for a while. I've been in IT for 24 years. I've been everywhere from the military, government, to private sector. And now I have had my own business for 3-4 years. So there is a litany of things that I've seen that a lot of times that your cousin's best friend's aunt and uncle that you have running your IT department for your business has never seen. So it would take them weeks to figure it out, where I would walk in like, oh, it's this and this. And that's a lot of times what you're paying for, not necessarily the fact that it's easy for me to change out your memory or your hard drive. It's the fact that I know how to change your memory, your hard drive, and make sure that you don't lose everything. Something as simple as that. Or the fact that Kevin has been to 9 million trade shows so he can learn how to climb up on your metal roof and not mess it up. Or the fact that you can call Zach and say, Zach, I'm thinking about getting this toilet to have you put in. He'll look at you and say, don't buy that toilet. Buy this toilet. Because this toilet is going to give you less problems and it's not going to be the headache that one's going to turn out to be in a few weeks or a few months. It's just the little things like that. Why are you laughing at me?
Well, I'm laughing because I'm remembering as I first started the company, I was still like, I started in September of 22 with Rosson Plumbing, and it was like October. I had a lady call me who had used me before I started my company when I was doing still large scale commercial for another company and was doing some small residential stuff here and there before I went full time. And she called me, she's like, hey, I'm wanting to do a toilet. I want to replace the toilet. I was like, okay, well, what do you want? You want an ADA height, which is the chair height? Do you want a regular height toilet? Do you want an elongated, an oval? Do you want this kind of flush system, that? And she's like, I just wanted a toilet. I didn't know there was like all these questions. I was like, I literally could sit you down and show you 20 different types of toilets, all ranging in prices, literally from what I have installed. Toilets ranging in prices of $120 up to $7,000 toilets.
What do you get out of a $7,000 toilet?
Pure gold.
Does it take care of everything for you? You just walk in and put your hands up?
So in that particular toilet, I'm not lying, that is the price from the manufacturer of that toilet.
Does it have a bidet?
$7,000. It has front and rear bidets, massaging seat, warming seat, auto sensing.
Wow.
It cleans itself. It has a light on the inside. Why you want that, I don't know. It can play music. It had, what else was the features on that one? Like,
that's a dad toilet.
In the
Did
middle
it
of the
get
night.
up and walk up to you so you didn't have to go far from your bed?
No, but if you get up and walk and say you've had too much to drink that night, it's going to sense that somebody is standing in front of it and automatically raise the seat.
What if it's a woman?
It has another sensor for that. But anyways, but yeah, it's insane and absolutely crazy to install. And yeah,
You installed it?
I installed 2 of them in one lady's house.
Wow.
Okay. That just gave me a headache. What about you, Kevin? What crazy stuff have you had to work about?
Give us something fun.
Gosh. I mean, it's kind of residual in my industry. It's kind of like the same thing every day.
So I have seen him in the wild.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, you have, haven't you? I forgot about that.
So I'm riding through my neighborhood, and I see this guy walking across the street. I'm like, hey, he looks familiar. And he goes to his truck, he gets something, and he's scampering back over to the house. Oh, that's Kevin. Toot the horn, ding, ding. Hey! And he comes back over. What are you doing? I live right down there. Oh, I'm knocking this out real quick. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I literally left, went to the store, turned around, came back. He had finished whatever it was that he was doing and was gone. And happy customer. I'm like, okay, what? I don't know how long he had been there or how long he was there when I left. I just know by the time I went to the store and came back, he was done and gone.
It's those ninja skills he's got.
Well, one thing I learned about the military is that military taught us how to hurry up and stand by.
Mm-hmm.
I like to hurry up. I like to cruise. I like to know what I'm doing, do it, and get out of Dodge. Now, I will talk to a customer if they want to talk and engage, and I can talk to them when I'm going from room to room, if I'm doing window cleaning, or if they want to come out and watch me and talk. But I'm the kind of guy that likes to put my head down, get to work, and on to the next.
Yep.
I see. Yes.
I don't go for hour lunch breaks. You know, I eat while I'm going from job to job, especially if I have a full schedule.
What are you laughing at? So in case y'all don't know, she is the marketing / PR / everything we need for all three of us. So she's over here laughing at us because she probably
She
have
definitely
heard us
does
talk
not
about
schedule.
something.
Does not schedule 2-hour lunches twice a week. Nothing like that.
Never.
Never has done that.
Never. One
I
thing
feel
that have
attacked.
one thing I have
You're the
learned
one who
about
said
being
on a
business
podcast
owner-
with all three of us. Oh, I'm sorry, not a podcast. We're not calling it that.
It's not a podcast.
I have never eaten so much in my life. I feel like every week, every
I feel like
day
that's
of
a
the
lie.
week, I feel like we have a lunch somewhere.
We do.
We have to.
I'm just saying. When do we work?
I work all the time.
Every
I
other
don't know
time
about
but
you
those
guys,
lunches.
but
There you
Hold
go.
on, but I will say this to defend her a little bit. I do get a lot of business out of that lunch.
thank you.
Whether it's
Trent's
at
a
that
client,
restaurant
too.
itself or through other
That
introductions
was-
that I make.
That was so odd. We're sitting at Drake's and
that was a
we're
weird one.
sitting there eating, and you find out that the manager
Yeah,
has
the
switched.
GM at Drake's had decided to stay wherever he was.
He left the country.
Yeah, he left the country. It had nothing to do with Drake's. Their name is phenomenal.
name is great.
But
in
He just
5
didn't
minutes,
come back.
in 5 minutes, I found the new GM.
I had a lunch meeting with them. That
Had a
moment.
lunch meeting with him right there, and met the kitchen manager and the bar manager.
See, that's what it's about, though.
It is-
It's not
that
about the
was-
food.
Well, the new manager at Drake's is pretty awesome. He is.
I actually met him back at their ribbon cutting before he was the
Before he was the
GM.
GM. That's where we met him, was at the ribbon cutting.
It was phenomenal.
The other guy just stayed in Mexico. he just didn't come back.
Wow.
Well, he and his partner, they bought a house or something, and just
They did that whole, hey boss, in 2 weeks you're gonna notice I ain't been there in 2 weeks.
Well, me and my boss had a fight yesterday.
on your birthday.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, I ended up just dropping my head and leaving because I wasn't gonna win. So,
And you're your own boss.
uh-huh.
At least you don't call me your boss. That's what Travis calls me.
So yesterday I went and installed a Wi-Fi network for a grass cutting company. It was pretty much straightforward, but what took so long was the fact that I had to run cables from 2 joists running across the barn to a wall to a center closet, and then I had to put in a ADP thumbprint reader for the employees. It was fun, easy, and straightforward, except for the fact that I don't do cabling. I usually hire somebody to do that for me. So y'all know a couple of weeks ago my back started hurting. So I'm up on this ladder, up and down, running the cable, coming around. Up. I was like, when I finally got home, I took a shower, I sat in my chair, and I did not move the rest of the day.
Come on, bro, you're only like 37. What are you
I'm
doing?
just saying, I mean, the military was hard on me.
37. He turned 38 yesterday.
That's right.
I thought I was Benjamin Button. I thought I was 12 yesterday.
No.
Oh,
And
okay.
you weren't 38 either, sorry.
Well, hey, oh me. Well, I just feel like the reason that I asked you two to come in here is because 1, y'all are my buddies. 2, y'all are a positive business in this community, because when people come to you, they know that they're going to get honesty, they're going to get hard work, and they're going to get somebody who stands behind what it is that they do. And I feel like as business owners, we all need to come together. You should have people who have similar beliefs and similar work ethics and similar traits, because that way when someone comes to you and asks, hey, do you know somebody who does this? Then you don't have a problem referring them out. And you don't have a problem saying, let me give my guy a call and he'll get back with you, because you know that they're going to get back with you. And that's what I feel like I have in the real Zach and Kevin. I'm only saying that because I know
can't wait for
Rains.
the other one to watch
That's what I
this.
said. I'm only saying it because I know Rains is going to watch it at one point, and I'm going to get that phone call. It's going to be fun.
We don't let him on TV much. We don't let him out.
No, we keep him behind
We
the
have to keep him
scenes.
hidden.
Yes. If you ever see him in the wild, he's feral, and you might want to run.
Jeez.
Hey, that's my brother now. Come on now. It's true, but still.
We love you, Ray.
Amanda, I'm sure you have some things that you want to add.
I'm here
I
for
know,
y'all.
but you
I'm
talk
all-
more than the rest of us do. So
all
go
the
ahead.
time. This is nice for me to sit here. What do you want to know of me that you don't already? Well,
Oh, you don't have to talk
okay,
about
wait
yourself.
a minute.
You can talk about the three of us.
I can talk about the three of you. You're lovely. I absolutely love your spirit and your cheerleading side. And when you get excited,
lying.
I'm not. When you get to know LeWayne, he's a super softie. This dude right here next to me.
I don't know if that's a positive or a negative.
It's
don't
a
know.
great thing. It's a great thing.
I think I'm gonna have to think about that one.
No, I love LeWayne and your knowledge of IT and fixing my phone and my computers and doing all my stuff.
that is a story to
Okay,
tell.
it's not. We're going
But
to
you're a
skip right over
softie.
that story. You love me and I love you. We're going to skip over the
So,
phone
Trent,
story. No,
the
we're
other
going to
day,
edit this out. This
We are
is not a
sitting
fair
here,
thing.
and she comes to me in the middle of a networking event, and she says, "Hey, I got a new phone, and it's not working." Sure,
We were at
so
the
I'm
Center for
looking
the
at it,
Arts.
and
You were
I was
there.
like, "Yeah, okay. You need to get this one on Wi-Fi, and then once you get on Wi-Fi, do a backup, and then load it onto this one."
This is not a story
She
to
says,
tell
"Cool."
publicly.
I leave and I go and do my own thing. I'm thinking she's done it.
You mean you work, right?
Yes.
That's the answer. Okay.
So I go and I'm working and I come back and I see her at Murfreesboro in Motion about 2 weeks later. And she stands up and she was like, "I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having phone problems and Verizon couldn't fix it. And my IT guy, LeWayne, couldn't fix it either."
Oh.
I'm like, "What?"
That was a safe place.
And then she comes, she gives it to me in 5 minutes. Her phone is fixed, everything is backed up, and everything is on the new phone. So then she goes and she sends a message, "I love LeWayne, he fixed my phone." LeWayne never tried to fix your phone in the first place. He just told you what to do to get it fixed.
And you know I'm not going to do it. Oh my goodness, I love you. I even gave you public praise. I fixed it in front of everybody.
How dare you be happy for him publicly?
I know, right? I'm just saying, we were at an event and I didn't have time. I didn't want to, I'm not going to do that stuff. I didn't have time to do that stuff. All he said was like, turn on the Wi-Fi and do this. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm not doing that. I don't have time for it, first of all. We were at an event and I had another event after that. So, and then this dude next to me on the left, whew, what can I say about you?
I don't know.
You're amazing.
Think hard.
Think hard. Great dude. I love Zach and I love what you do and your passion for your family and our community. And my toddler has flushed some golf balls down my toilets and he came to my house to fix it. Love it. He came in there and plunged it pretty hard, realized that wasn't going to work. So got to snake it and do all that nasty, dirty,
Fun stuff.
fun stuff. So I love it. And then, oh dear God, Kevin Sanders. What am I going to say about Kevin Sanders?
Wow.
It's almost like y'all known each other for a while now.
It's almost like that, yes. Kevin's commitment to community. When I met Kevin, I've met him a couple times before last year, and he forgot about it because I'm not that memorable, and that's okay. But I have met him through other people numerous times. And then again last year, and just seeing Kevin's commitment to the community and what he gives to our veterans is just absolutely amazing. Because a lot of people talk about it, but a lot of people don't just do it. And Kevin does it without praise. He'll just do it. He doesn't need cameras. He doesn't need to talk about it. He just does it. So that's what I love about it, is his spirit of doing it without recognition. That's who he is. And that's what he pours his heart into. And that's what I love. So there you go. And then Trent over there, my dear Trent, is also a client who's showing me away. Not only do I love him, I love his dog Cammy, but Trent is somebody that I met right when I moved here. And we are so like-minded in our values of spreading the positive that I love Trent immediately, because we just want to talk about the good. If it's negative, that's great. We could talk about it, but how do we fix it? How do we make it better? And where do we shine the light on what's going right? So that's what I love about Trent, is he can find that positive and bring it to the forefront and talk about it. It's not just a regular old, we're just gonna cover that up and make that pretty. Trent actually, again, another person that walks that walk. And that's why I love all of you guys. You guys all back it up. You're not just talking, you're doing. And that's what I like. I like people that take action and mean what they say and do what they say. Y'all don't just spin yarns. You actually do the right thing and do it day in and day out without hesitation.
I can't say nothing bad about her today. That's too nice.
Aw, see?
Look at that.
For those of you that don't know, they love to pick on me in my little community that I've built. But we're like a little
And we've
family.
taken over. She built it, but we took it over.
That's exactly what happened. I built it and they came and they never left. It's like the Field of
Build it, they
Dreams.
will come.
That's right.
That's from Field of Dreams. And that's, if you know me, that's one of my favorite movies is Field of Dreams.
What? You like something baseball related? Who would have known?
Who would have known? Amanda loves baseball. But yeah, that's kind of what happened is I built it and you guys came and you won't go away no matter what I do or don't
I
do.
just got back from being out of the country for 10 days, and you literally ran after me, my wife, and kids.
Yes,
behind
because
us
I love
because you
you.
missed us. So now you're
Well,
like,
y'all are
oh,
my
they
best-
won't go away.
Y'all are my best friends. I'm allowed to do that to y'all, but it's truly been something special. So I love all of you. Are you about to cry, LeWayne? Oh.
No, I was about to say something smart, and I looked at him, and he was about to say something smart, so we both just kind of shut up.
Oh, say it.
No, we're on video.
We have to behave
Trent can
ourselves
fix
a
it.
little bit.
She said Trent can fix it.
Trent
Trent,
said
she's
he
trying to
ain't gonna
make
do
you
it.
have a lot of editing time today.
Oh, Kamaruski.
For those who don't know, absolutely one of the best dogs in the world is here.
Yes. Cammy, come here, girl. Come here. Bring me
And
your
she
ball.
runs
Ball,
away. Oh.
ball. Oh, right there on
Oh, don't
Kevin.
go over there.
Is she over there with Kevo? She is.
He's not worth it. Come here.
Oh,
Well, there's
no.
it. So, go ahead.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like we've talked a little bit more. I will say this. I need to know, is there anything from anyone else here at this seat who doesn't know something about us? How about that before we end our time?
Trent, do you not know anything about the guys sitting over here?
Probably. I don't have a microphone either, so
No.
I can't tell.
No.
But if you just ask the question, I'll repeat it.
From the audience, are there any questions?
Yes.
Are there
Go
any
ahead,
questions
audience.
from the audience?
Not really. Pretty familiar with all what y'all do and appreciate the things y'all do.
So I'm gonna ask a question to both of you. If someone was to come and ask you for a specific brand of toilet or water heating unit, what would you recommend most likely?
So for water heaters, I'm going to go for a Bradford White. States have been pretty common in this area, and a few other brands, and a lot of them you can't go wrong with. But the Bradford White has the backing from the PHCC, which is the Plumbing, Heating, Cooling Cooperative. Amazing company. If they put their name on it, it's going to stand the test of time. I've seen Bradford White units last 30 years. They're not advertised to, but they are some strong workhorse of a unit from it comes to a water heater standpoint. That's the electric, the gas. Their tanklesses are making huge strides right now. Obviously, y'all know, those of you who have used me or have heard much of seen our videos, I'm a Halo water filtration fan. I've installed several different brands of water filters and softeners and conditioning units, and Halo, they know what's going on. And if they have a unit that's wrong, I have literally put in a dud of a unit one time for a customer. The very next day, Halo had one overnighted for me to replace for that customer, and it was phenomenal.
So when you're putting that in, are you listening to Beyonce?
Halo. The
Oh,
song
God.
Halo.
I was like, I don't get the joke.
Chink. I got it.
I didn't get the joke. I'm not a huge Beyonce fan, so I don't know if you could tell with my voice or the way I dress. I'm not exactly a Beyonce listener.
Oh,
You're her demographic, right? She does country. Cowboy Carter.
Don't get me started. Do not get me started on that album. Pretty sure we've all seen the way other people were
I have
looking
not
like,
listened to
what?
it at all. Not once.
Have you seen the video where she won that or whatever? She goes, oh. And I was like, even she was surprised she won it on that one.
I didn't see that
Snap.
Y'all be careful. PR.
Oh,
PR.
yeah.
PR.
We're
That's what
gonna-
we have you for.
We're
Good luck.
I know, I'm
gonna have
like-
You're
Amanda
the one who
having a lot
decided
of
to
work
sit in
to
a
do.
video with us.
I'm like, y'all go.
But
Next.
yeah, no, it's everybody do what everybody listen to what you want to listen to. It ain't. Don't be
I'm going to
uptight
play
about it.
Texas Hold'em in the car when we leave.
Good for you.
Wow.
I'm gonna be in my own truck. But faucets and stuff. Delta gets a bad name for being builder grade, but guess what? If something breaks on a Delta, I can have it fixed that day. If you get some of these other high-end brands, or God forbid, a brand from Wayfair or something like that, man, I'm going to have to special order the part. I've got to wait around on it. You're going to get upset.
And that raises the cost, right?
It raises the cost. It does all kinds of stuff. From our HVAC side, Goodman's. We just went through a whole mess for another client. of AHA, actually. He had a part go bad on a 2-year-old HVAC system. I'm going to be very nice and not say name brands, I guess, for that. I will not use this name brand, and it definitely doesn't have a peppermint patty with the same name. But it took us almost 3.5 weeks to get one part because on a 2-year-old unit, they only had one replacement part in the entire country. It was insane. It was absolutely insane and uncalled for. That's a house that has a kid with special needs in it, all kinds of stuff. It made me beyond furious. So Goodman HVAC units, once again, if there's a problem with it, we can get the part and get it fixed. It's always available, and that's for me and for our company. That's what it's about. It's the customer service on it. You may have a great product, but if you don't answer the phone if there's an issue, that's useless to me.
You shouldn't say that right now.
Just
Somebody just called me.
Somebody's calling him. He's not answering the phone.
yeah. Thank God we're not
you
live.
should check into
We're not live, thank
an
God.
office admin.
Yeah, well, I have.
He has a VA.
An auto attendant.
Oh, well, see, it's got the phone. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Somebody's there. Somebody's taking care of that customer right now.
Yes, they are.
Which is a hard lesson to learn in my stage because that's no longer me doing everything.
Y'all don't want me to get a VA for y'all.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Please don't.
Don't do it.
What about you, Kevin? How's your dryer vents? Is that what you call it?
Mm-hmm.
Dryer vents going on.
It's pretty good, actually. I mean, it's not blown up with calls. Usually it's like an add-on service that we're trying to provide. So if we're already there, I'll try to tell them, hey, when's the last time you had it cleaned? And you'd be amazed how many people say, well, I've never had it cleaned. I've been here for 10 years.
House fire.
Fire.
And I've cleaned quite a bit. The majority of them we clean have come out looking like, wow,
You should ask
you're
if they know
definitely
their
right.
local fire department.
Do I?
You should ask if they know their local fire department.
One thing I've learned since I've been doing it is that some builders have put the vent in on a roof instead of the outside of the house, which that's new. So I've had to get on top of the roof a few times to clean up the vents. And while you're doing that, I mean, it's just stuff flowing out, dust flowing out, and you're up there like, okay, I just don't want to fall down. let me just do this and get down.
Is there any one chemical better typically when it comes to like cleaning a driveway, sidewalk? Concrete. Let's specify that it's a concrete.
Well, we use a very nice algicide soap, and that soap what it does is actually helps out the process of pressure washing the concrete. It will start eliminating the mold and algae and the darkness of it. It'll start lightening up, so when we go over it with our surface cleaner, it pretty much just does the rest of the work for you. So it brightens it up. It eliminates all the years of hardcore algae, lichen, mold that it accumulates, and it helps out the concrete for the future purposes. Some things that people are not doing these days is I always recommend is if you have a good driveway, try to make it sealed afterwards because it will just protect the value of it.
I told y'all his feed was filled with all kinds of information.
So are you saying after you get the driveway, have it sealed, or after you pressure wash it, have it sealed?
After you pressure wash it, have it sealed.
Do you seal them?
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, after you pressure wash it, have you come back and seal it?
Yes.
Why didn't you just say that in the beginning?
I think that's what he just said.
He did after
Hold on,
I
is
asked
that
him.
on? Is that on
That's
concrete
true. You did
and
have to
asphalt?
ask.
No asphalt, just concrete.
Just concrete. Okay.
Yeah, asphalt
So
has its own process.
I was gonna say that. That's what I was gonna say. Asphalt's a very different sealing process.
It
there.
is a big difference on that.
So when
Okay.
you clean houses, do you use that same type of soap, or is it something?
I tone it down a lot, but yeah, same. Because we have a metering valve that we use, the solution on how strong we use it and stuff.
Do we have time for a tell on yourself spot on this?
I think so.
I'm leaving.
All right, hold on.
There we go.
Ready?
It's been fun.
Ready? Here's been a question I want to know. Have you ever broken somebody's window before pressure washing?
No.
Oh, that's good. What have you done? What was a mistake that you did?
Man, do I really want to go on air and say this?
Hey, I guarantee you I know you enough to know that you made it right.
Oh, I did. So,
But we all are human,
You
so
need to
that's why
take
I'm
that?
saying, like, I think it would be kind of funny.
all right. We did not clean their windows. We actually was surface cleaning their driveway. And little did I know they just had some new pebbles put out in their landscaping area. Well, a few of them have gotten into the driveway and my surface cleaner threw one of the pebbles and went through. You got the back doors. Well, this back door had a full size window, and went right through it. And surely, what I did is, at first I just I heard it, but I didn't know where the pebble went. And we were walking around. I was looking around to make sure we touched everything, and I saw it. And I was like, "That looks like it's from us." So I told the homeowner, and I went and called 3 vendors, and checked this out. By calling the vendors and talking to them about the situation, let them know that they were trying to sell their house. They were hoping to have it on market within a week and a half. Some of these people were like, "Well, we're going to have to call and order this. It's going to take a couple weeks." Called one guy, and dude was just so cool. He's like, at first I was like, did I call the right number? And we were talking and stuff, and he ended up calling me back and saying, "Man, look, I got this old door back here. The window's perfectly in great condition. I'm going to do one else for you." He goes, "I'm going to install it and not even charge you either, y'all." He actually took care of the situation and didn't even charge us.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
It's like, you can't beat that.
Gotta love some good Southern hospitality.
Yep. You don't find it much.
All right, Wayne,
So,
have you ever accidentally wiped somebody's memory?
no, but I've actually short-circuited the computer before.
Oh, nice.
So I
Glad it wasn't
know, I have
worse.
I forgot what it was that they had me doing. I was replacing something, and the brand of that computer made you take everything out, including the motherboard. Well, as I'm putting things back in, as I went to connect one of the, I want to say the power connector, something wasn't completely tight. So when I plugged the power in, it came off and then tapped it. And I just saw a quick spark and didn't think anything of it. Well, after I got everything back together and turned it over and turned it on, nothing. So I took everything back apart again to make sure that everything was in, put everything back together, turned it over and turned it on. Nothing. So I ended up having to buy them a computer. So instead of them getting their old computer back, they got a new computer with all their old stuff on it.
That was a
Win-win
Win-win.
situation.
Win-win. Sort of win.
It's a
For
win.
them, not for me.
I said, it's a sort of win because they knew that you took care of them.
Well, this is true. They came back, so they were repeat clients. So
Hey, there you go.
honesty, I try to tell you the truth. Like, I'm not going to say anything you don't need, and if I break it, I'll tell you I broke it.
And you buy it.
And you fix it.
Unfortunately, yeah.
All right, Amanda,
Truth.
you're here, so you get to answer the question.
Oh, what was the question?
Wow. She's not even listening.
She's not listening.
I am.
She's just like, I'm just going to sit here and be pretty today.
I do feel pretty today. Thank you, Mary from Permanently M. I feel fabulous.
Quit doing your job.
Thank you, Skin Perfect, for making me look good, and Permanently M.
Permanently what?
Permanently M. She does my spray tan. She gives me the golden glow, and the permanent jewelry that I wear
The
is from her.
golden glow.
Yep, golden glow. Yep.
Mine's still better.
Anyways, do you for real not remember the question, or?
It was a time I messed up and had to fix it.
Yeah, it was just sometime you've made a mistake in your job field here.
I know about 5 of them.
I'm over here trying. Oh, you're saying for her. Okay, got it.
For me, I can say it wasn't something that I messed up, but it was perceived incorrectly. Because what I do, it's really hard to mess up unless I'm doing an event and I call the wrong name when I'm on stage. That's something. I mean, that could be a way that I
Steve
could mess
Harvey.
up or tag in the wrong company. I mean, right? That could be something that I could do. But for me, it's about perception and how things are taken with what I do. Because I live a very public life as a public figure is what I got called recently, and I don't like that idea. But that's essentially what I am. I'm in the public every day, all day. Even the things that I do for fun are really for the community. For instance, Saturday night, the things that I do are always based around our community. So I have to be very careful with the way that I say things, how I take pictures, and what I do. There was a Facebook post a little bit ago that people could perceive it as marketing incorrectly when it wasn't, but that's how it was perceived. So that's what matters is perception. Doesn't matter the intent, it matters the perception. So I had to take it down, issue an apology, and then explain that in my many roles that I have for many different people, I have to do a lot of things. Sometimes I don't do it the right way. Sometimes I do it the wrong way, but it's just learning. So I had to take it down, issue an apology. And so that's something that I did, that I learned from that, though. I learned that even though it was perceived that way, I still have to address how I post things that may be perceived one way or another. So being in the public is constant. It's a game of don't mess up, don't say the wrong thing, and don't do the wrong thing. But how can this be taken? Can somebody be offended? Can somebody be upset? And if so, what is the best way to circumnavigate that? And it's the best way to do that is to act with the best of intent, which I always try to do, but sometimes not perceived that way. So it's a lesson right there. Like I said, luckily I haven't messed up at any events and said the wrong thing. I may have bought some things accidentally at auctions that I didn't mean to, but that's
That's the trouble when you're over there just trying to drive those prices up. Ain't it?
exactly. So that's something. But yeah, just learning how to navigate being in the public and learning that just because somebody sees it one way or just because I see it one way, and just trying to learn that has been something that's really been fun. It's been a really exciting journey for me through learning. I love to learn. So
Right.
I think when I do make a big mistake or something like that, it's like, okay, well, I learned from that. So how can I fix it and do better? And I absolutely learned how to do it better with a little bit more of an explanation, a little bit of a little bit of a softer tone. And it was a learning experience. So that's probably the one mistake that stands out. And again, like I don't want to call it a mistake. I just want to call it a learning curve. So, yeah.
Who was it that said you learn more from your losses than you do your wins?
Oh. It was not Kevin saying, I knew it was coming. You did not say that.
I bet I did.
Yeah, but you didn't coin it. That's not your phrase. You're not like
I'm not gonna
Socrates
lie.
or something.
I'm pretty sure it was like I originally heard it as a Michael Jordan quote. But
I think
I'm
it
not
was.
sure if it was
I think it
Michael
was. I don't
Jordan.
want to say the wrong name because I don't want to get sued. But it wasn't Kevin Sanders. I know that.
Who's suing us on this?
You never
not
know.
exactly
you
speaking to
never
the entire
ever. I'm
nation.
just
This is
telling
not a
you.
podcast.
I'm telling perception.
That's gonna be dubbed over at the beginning of it now. Edited. Attention, this is not a
For
podcast.
those that don't know, Trent Denson has clarified
He
the
knows the
definition
definition.
of a podcast. This is not a podcast. This is a jam session on a couch.
When we all put it on our Facebook, this
Wait,
is not a podcast.
Trent's mumbling something over there.
Asterisk, asterisk. This is not a podcast.
He's hating on us right now. He's like, their time's about up. But
He's like, huh.
No.
Suddenly my computer crashes.
right, it's perception though. You want to be careful with perception in the public. You always want to make
Absolutely
sure
you do.
that if you say something or do something, you better be ready to back it up and stand up to it and own it and fix it, or just be ready for what's coming. But when you own it, I think that's a lot better than sitting back and just pretending that it didn't happen.
Well, our time's coming to an end, but I have to say mine since I kind of started this whole train wreck that we just started down. So obviously, let's see. I've been sitting here trying to think of which story to use because it's not like what I do doesn't involve lots of water and lots of damages that could occur. And you definitely learned something over nearly a decade of doing the business of doing this.
I'm glad it's you sitting here, not your business partner, talking about mistakes. Can we do that? Let's just be fair.
Yeah, that. I think I'm going to go, though, with commercially, a lot of toilets are actually wall-mounted versus floor-mounted.
What?
I've never paid... I'm the
I
only
do.
one who pays
No, I
attention
pay
to these
attention.
things? Okay, cool.
That's probably because that's what you do.
It is. So a lot of them, they mount to the wall instead of on the ground. There's some places they'll do that, but look at like Walmart, Target, those large commercial
Target, yeah.
projects like that. Yeah. We know you got excited when somebody said the word Target. Like, yeah, it's time to shop. That's what she heard. But yeah, so I was putting a commercial toilet in one time, and those use 4 bolts in the corner on the back of those toilets. And you got to set one bolt first, and it's got to be the specific, normally it's like the left bolt. You have to set that one first, then you can put on the opposite corner, then the opposite, kind of like putting on a tire. Mm-hmm. Okay, you have to put those bolts on there like that, and then tighten them down just like a tire. A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here.
Righty,
These
tighty,
are
lefty,
really...
loosey.
Yes, that is how you tighten a bolt, Amanda.
Wow.
Anyways, we'll do a This Is a Wrench video next. But no, this is, you have to do it really carefully, and it's these big stainless steel, like inch or 3/4 inch bolts that are holding this porcelain toilet. I'm sitting there tightening this thing down, and all of a sudden I hear crack, and I busted this whole toilet that I was installing all the way down it, right into 2 pieces.
Oh man.
And I was like, all right. Took what was left of the bolts back off and put the toilet in the box, told the customer I was there working for, hey, I made a mistake, I'll be back. Went and had to go to get a whole new kit and bring it back, and those toilets are about $480 a piece. So that was a fun one, and turned a hour and a half job into a good 3.5, 4 hours of my day.
You probably
Thanks
lost
to
money in that.
what is known as Nashville traffic.
Oh.
But that was a fun one. But you know what? Just admit it.
Yeah.
Admit the
gotta own
problem,
it.
fix it. That's what it's
Yep.
about. Once again, loops that right back into what you were going on about at the beginning. I mean, having somebody who's going to take care of that and show the value in it, because more of the story is we're all human and we all make a mistake here and there.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Except for LeWayne.
I don't know
LeWayne's
what you're talking
perfect.
about. Nope, there's no perfection over here. Well, Trent is probably telling us that our time is coming up. So this is LeWayne with UrTechNow, Kevin with Sanders Pressure Washing, and Zach with Eurostone Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Plumbing, heating, and cooling.
Why can't I just say it backwards?
It's
And
not
window
on
cleaning.
And vent cleaning and
And dry vent
dry
cleaning.
vent
And landscape
cleaning
lighting,
and
Christmas lights, and
UrTechNow
Christmas
that
lights, he
takes
does
care of all
that.
Christmas lights, and UrTechNow who takes care of your technology needs with
When you want to synchronize those Christmas lights to music.
yes. We
There you go.
you get with
Hey,
the
look,
three of
I
us,
just
we
gave
got
y'all
your
a whole
whole
new
partnership. You're simple, honest, straightforward, IT with a personal touch, and we're out.
yay! Thank you, Trent.